I'm super excited and interested in everything that you are doing right now. So I want to kind of get into that, but I want to kind of take baby steps because, of course, I'm a rambler. So just prepare for
Oh
that.
yeah, oh yeah. Thank you
So
for having.
no problem. Thank you so much for coming on. I really, really appreciate it because my biggest thing is, with Porch Perspectives, we want to, of course, get people to engage. We want people to kind of hear us out, see what we're about, and kind of, spread awareness throughout the internet world, I guess we could say. But we really want to do, highlight a lot of different things that we're all doing in our communities and just kind of get back to our communities, being a family and being you know that once upon a time, keep in mind, I'm sure you have those memories of being on grandma's porch and
Absolutely.
just hanging out, enjoying yourself, and really taking in the things that people have taught you, things that you have heard, things that you have learned. And that's what I want to capitalize on today. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So first we want to start with, like I said, a little bit of backstory. We went to high school together in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Okay. Home of the Golden Bulls. And Ernest, my dear, you were on the football team. How was
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I was on the football team. The football team. I would have to say that probably started my foundation.
Okay.
As far as life, we had a tough coach named Coach Milton Butts. And he was one of my best mentors growing up because he was no nonsense.
Absolutely.
And through the game of football, he taught us how to deal with life. So that is one of the most, I will always remember that experience, playing football. So yeah,
It's like the
good time.
foundation for where you're at
Yeah,
now, huh?
good. We were pretty good back then.
Pretty good. Boy, we were a force to be reckoned with. What do you mean pretty good?
Yeah, we did our back then.
I can remember honestly going to our homecoming game, matter of fact. And it was a toss up. Like it was a hard call between, are we going for the football team or are we going for the band? Because
Oh yeah,
those were the two reasons that anybody, if you heard of E.E. Smith, those are the two things that we were known for: football and band.
absolutely. So, and one thing, the band was amazing. So, as a football team, you had to bring your A game, or you'll end up not getting any attention. So,
Absolutely. And we've got a lot of attention there.
oh yeah,
So, quick question, because this is, our first time really having this kind of conversation, but just to get a little bit more, info on you. Are you born and raised Fayetteville?
yes, born and raised.
And how has that been for you?
I'm still here.
Okay, there's
I had
nothing
a few
wrong with it.
stints. Yeah, absolutely. I had a few stints in a couple other places. Lived in Texas for a little while. Was overseas for a while, but home is home. So,
Absolutely.
home, and I'm in a situation now where I can give back. So I love it being here.
Okay. So when, most people think about Fayetteville, they hear about Fayetteville, they think of the worst, especially being a alumni at E.E. Smith. We have heard the worst of the worst.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm not gonna really spend too much time talking about the bad parts of E.E. Smith and Fayetteville,
Hmm.
but knowing that that city has a reputation, um, what are some of the things that you have taken in stride being Fayetteville native?
So first of all, you got to kind of reverse that reputation because at the end of the day, Fayetteville is rich in history and rich in tradition. But we've been one of those cities that have been overlooked a lot. Um,
Hmm.
and every place has its crime, every place has its bad stories. But we have some remarkable people here. We have some remarkable, historic events that has happened here. So it's just something to always look forward to. When it comes to Fayetteville.
Okay. That's one thing I can honestly say. I'm a military brat myself, and I'm not from Fayetteville, but being the fact that I graduated there, I have always considered Fayetteville home for me. That
Yeah,
has been the place where I have spent a lot of firsts. I have experienced a lot of firsts, and it's just, I don't know, it's something about Fayetteville that just draws you there. And I absolutely could not think of another place to say, you know what, I might not be from there, but that's where I'm going to call home.
yeah. I think it gives that home feeling. It
It
gives that
really
home
does.
feeling, and that porch,
Porch,
that
that
porch that you
porch
like
that
to
you
sit
like.
on and hang out on,
Yes,
gives you that feeling. It absolutely
of
does.
course.
You
You know,
can't
you
go to a
can't go
store
to a
without
store without
most of the time, getting a good experience, people talking to you
talking
and
to you and
speaking to
speaking
you.
to you.
It's
You
just
know, it's
that
just that
down south, southern
Southern
hospitality.
hospitality. I love it. Oh, I love every minute of it. So, kind of backtracking a little bit when we're talking about, the reputation that Fayetteville has garnered, and you saying reversing that reputation. Um,
Mhm.
let's go ahead and dig deep into what you've got going on, because like I said, this is exciting. Go ahead and, if you don't mind, give us a little bit of your current positioning with Fayetteville and what we're trying to do with that.
I do have a few things going on. One of the biggest things I have going on is a group called the Fayetteville Next Advisory Commission. That's
This
a
accounts
group
a
through the
group
city
through the city
council,
council.
and what they have done was, created a group
The
that
group that
are kind of
are kind
ambassadors of Fayettille, and what we are supposed to be doing is trying to get people our age,
of
millennials,
deals
and the
and the
people of our age range to stay in Fayettille. Stay. Our motto is stay, play, and Fay. So they want us to stay in Fayettille and recreate and bring some of those entertainment and all of that kind of stuff that we don't usually get. We're trying to be liaisons and
liaisons and
ambassadors of
ambassadors
to just get people excited about Fayettille.
on the bill.
So
So,
over the last
over the
few
last
years
few
we
years,
have
we have
our Fayettille,
our
our city park now,
okay.
downtown, where we have concerts and all that kind of stuff. So we're trying to get to a place where it's not just a negative stigma, but something that you can come back home to and have fun while you're here.
And that I think would really set the tone with a lot of the generations coming up after us.
Absolutely.
Um, I've always been one to say, if you want to see change in something, you've got to be the change to see the change. And
Absolutely.
that's why I said I definitely commend you on that. I don't know how you got started, but go keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, I think I seen it on the website one day. I was like, this sounds kind of interesting. But one of the things that drew me to it was I was tired of coming home, on a Friday night and not being able to do anything. You know,
Yeah.
sitting in the house, or if you went out, you had to be careful going to certain places and seeing certain people. And sometimes you're just
You're
not
just
part of
not
that
part of
crowd
that
that you
crowd
want to
that you want to
party with.
party
So
with. So,
lately we have
lately we have
began to
began
grow a
to grow a
downtown
downtown.
area that everybody can go and hang out. We got some nice bars, nice restaurants. Everybody loves the cigar lounge. So there are a lot of things going on downtown now that makes it a place where you
Where
can hang
you
out.
can hang out. Okay. Well, that sounds so dope. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this little tidbit, a little gem in there too. We have a class reunion coming up.
Absolutely, 20
Absolutely.
years.
20
Can you
years.
believe it?
I cannot. So like
Oh
I'm
man,
excited. I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my God, has it been long?
20
But
years.
it's like I'm excited. It's like I'll come to Fayetteville time, every so often. Um, but I really haven't had a chance to really get into Fayetteville. It's always I'm going to see somebody and then I'm gone. Or,
Mm-hmm.
I just stop through or, going to visit family and then I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had a chance to really experience Fayetteville as the adult I am now. But
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to it so much. Like with this class reunion, I'm like, listen, it's Memorial Weekend. Most people, when we were in school, we were like, okay, Memorial Weekend, we heading straight to the beach. We're going
Oh
straight to the
yeah.
beach. That's
Oh yeah.
it.
Spot.
But now the trajectory has changed a little bit to where it's like, I'm ready to go to my class reunion. I'm
Mm-hmm.
ready to see what's going on. I'm ready to mingle. I'm ready to network. I'm
Oh yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah. And what's unique about our class, we have a
We have
lot of heavy hitters that are doing a lot of great things. And I'm pretty sure they'll be out that weekend. But what we tried to do was center our weekend around downtown, and we got a bar crawl. We're gonna be at the
Yes.
rooftop bar on Friday night. So we got some things planned to bring the city out and bring our family out so we can have a good time.
Yeah, that I like I said, I'm excited. I cannot wait. I'm really looking forward to I think What I really want to do, and this is just, me being overly excited, I want to bring my kids
Hmm.
because a little bit about me that I don't, not too many people knew, but when we graduated, I had a 3-month-old baby when I graduated.
Oh my. Okay.
And my little girl, I pushed through and graduated. I made it across that stage.
Uh-huh.
But for the few people that did know me, that knew I had a daughter, they were like, they have not seen her since then.
Wow.
And now, yeah, now she's getting ready to be 20 and she's actually in the army herself. And
Wow.
I would really love for her to actually say, you know what? You want to
Yeah,
come with me to the reunion?
bring her out. We got community day, and that
Yes.
is the most that I think community day might be the
There
most
might be the
important
most important
because you get to
because
walk
you
around
get
and
the
see the different classes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Smith comes deep.
Smith comes
So,
deep.
we
So,
got
oh yeah.
we
got
all the way from the
all the way
40s
from
all
the
the way
40s
up. So, um
um,
yeah, to
yeah,
bring them
I
out
bring
to
them
see
out
that
to see that
environment and how you
environment and
grew
how
up
you
and the
grew up and
experience
the
you had. I
experience
think
you
that's
had. I think
important
that's important
for our kids
Yeah.
to see. Absolutely.
And I think another reason I kind of want to bring the kids too is because, like I told you before, my son, he's into sports. He's very athletic. And I think that having those having those older guys that were in the sports and everything else and being able to kind of network with them and
Hmm.
get that mentorship as well, even if it is just for a day, I think that would be so cool for him to be able to actually see it as like, okay, it's not just one thing, it's everything because
Hmm.
they have been all the way clear across the country for majority of their lives. So coming to Fayetteville and actually being able to see certain things, like my son to this day, his mind is blown when it comes to certain foods, certain places, and just I think he went to the beach the first time last year, and he was like, "I've never been to a beach before."
Wow. Yeah.
So I think it'll be really good to, get the kids involved and have, the family come out for everything. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to, our class reunion coming up. I'm looking forward to everything that Fayetteville is doing, your part in everything as well, because like I said, see you on social media and I'm just loving everything. I'm like, okay, go ahead, classmate.
Yeah. I'm trying to do my thing.
But I love it, and I really do enjoy, the trajectory that you're bringing forward because it's just like I said. I think we really, really do need this type of, encouragement and motivation, and it's not just for Fayetteville per se, but when you think about it, yeah, it could definitely use that.
Hmm.
Like I told you earlier, I'm thinking about moving back to Fayetteville myself.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's just a matter of getting that energy out there. I want to make sure that, and this is, I guess, any parent or even just person, anytime you decide to say, you know what, I want to go somewhere different or I want to be somewhere, I want to also be somewhere where I know what's going on and there are people that are actually trying to make a difference with things. And that's why I said I love everything that you're doing right now.
Oh yeah.
Um, and even down to like I said, with the class reunion coming up, a little bit of mentorship going on.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I'm definitely here for it, and I think that that's a really good direction to go.
Abs-
That's a really good direction. So
Yeah.
I'm just like I said, I'm here for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we have, growing up, we had those type of mentors. So,
Mm.
it's only right to try to give back at least a half of the capacity of some of the guys that poured into us growing up. So we got some pretty solid coaches and, just men in general that were around the city that gave us a lot of, advice and guidance that put us in some good situations. So I just feel like it's my time to pay that forward.
Definitely. I'm here. Like I said, I'm definitely here for it. One thing that I would like to do, I just want you to know this is not going to be our first and last time dealing with each other. Because what I do want to do, I'm really interested in getting involved as well, and what I can do. What can I do to help?
Hmm.
So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just like, listen, if I can do anything, let me know.
Okay.
Whether I can't really commit right now to being on any committees or boards,
Hmm.
but I do want to help out somewhere. So,
Absolutely.
um, like I said, when it comes to all of that, me personally, I would love to help. I would love to kind of bring awareness to things because at the end of the day, when you look at it, we're only getting older, and if we don't do it, who will?
Yeah. Yeah. So we do have a website. Our class has a website. It's
Yes.
www.ees2004.com, and you can just go on there and email us your interests and stuff like that. Let them know what
Let them know what
you're into and
you're
what you want
into
to do
and
to
what you
help,
want
and we can figure out a way to
way
incorporate
to
you into our
incorporate you into our
nonprofit and everything.
nonprofit and
Because, like you
everything.
said,
Because,
it's all
like you
about
said,
giving
it's all
back.
about giving back. Absolutely. Now I want to also kind of touch on another portion of, everything that, you're doing,
Hmm.
we are as a community are doing. Um, when it comes to everything that's going on, making Fayetteville basically a place to want to be.
Hmm.
What is your motivation for that?
Um,
Uh,
I've seen the good, bad, and the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
So, being a person that has been born and raised here, I know how the city can swallow you up in a negative way. But it also can bring light that a lot of other cities don't ever get to see. So, I just want to be part of that positive change. And that's
Okay.
my driving factor. I just want to be something positive that people can look at and say, hey, he did the right thing and he tried to do the right thing.
Well, that's good. That's really good. I try to do the same. I fall short from time to time,
We
but
all do.
I'm only human.
We all are. We all are. We all have our flaws. But, at the end of the day, if you can reach at least one person in your life, you've done your job.
I try. So yeah, I definitely agree with that because I've seen it.
Yeah.
So aside, the motivation is there, the inspiration is definitely there. Um, are there any other activities, programs, mentorships, anything else that you got going on that?
So I am Masonic affiliated Prince Hall. And I am part of the Kinder Temple Shriners organization here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And they have, they saw something special in me and they named me the youth director. So I'm the youth director of 19 young males from the ages of 6 to 17. Um,
Hmm.
and, we go out here, we're community based. We do character building activities, community service. We hold financial workshops. Well, we hold all kind of workshops, but topics like finance, spiritual awareness, things of that nature to just try to pour into our youth and give them a positive space, to do whatever they feel they need to do because it's a different type of world. Um, we don't have that
Oh yeah.
village mentality like we did growing up, because we couldn't go down the street without mom knowing somebody or, it was just a
Oh yeah.
better village mentality. But, sometime in this day and age, you got to keep your kids close, which is understandable. But we also need to learn how to speak their language. They speak a different
Yes.
language from us. So that's why, I am so dedicated to my kids and my youth group because I want to give them, that type of space and platform for them to, create their own identity within this city without so they can see the positivity instead of some of the negative things.
And just thinking about it and listening to you talk and speak on it, it's just really like the image that it put into my mind was planting those seeds.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, God knows this was good. This was really good because I'm like just thinking about it. Like I told you earlier, there was a situation out here out this way. There was a shooting
Hmm.
within the last 2 days, and just a lot going on, and a lot of people. When you look at the community and us as individuals, as parents, it's scary.
Hmm.
It's so scary. I like me personally, like I work at a grocery store,
Right.
and the worst feeling ever is going to work and wondering if anything is going to happen that's going to keep you from coming home that day.
Right.
And I have the same fear with my son going to school every day. God forbid anything ever happens to us and we don't make it home. But like you said, it's a different day.
It
And as long as you are planting those seeds
it.
of positivity,
Mm-hmm.
you just got to trust the process. And I guess that's exactly where I'm going with that. You got to learn to trust the process as long as you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's just,
it's one of
go ahead.
you just got to get up every day and keep moving forward. Some days it's gonna be good, some days it's gonna be bad. So you just got to keep keep your eye on
Keep
the
good.
eyes and keep moving forward. Everything is not gonna go your way at all times, but through the grace of God, you just keep on moving forward. That's all you can do.
I like that. I like that. So with everything that's going on, like you said, so they built up downtown. They've got a park now.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
Festival Park. It's called Festival Park. And they have all kind of events down there, festivals, concerts. I believe they did a New Year's concert with, a few artists there. So, the sky's the limit for Fayetteville. I think we're on the verge of doing something really big. Hopefully they can generate some more jobs. They built the big old Amazon Center here. Um,
oh, okay.
so it's off of Bragg Boulevard. So hopefully we get some more created jobs here, so we can start thriving a little bit more. But I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. I'm still commuting every day to Raleigh to
Ooh,
go to work. So hopefully
okay. That's a nice little commute. Well, it's not too bad.
it's
It's like what,
bad.
45 minutes to an hour?
Yeah, about that, about 50 minutes.
Okay.
There and back.
Ain't too bad. You gotta look, you gotta come and say hey to me one day.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. But the city have talked about a speed rail, building the speed rail that goes from Fayetteville to Raleigh. Um,
That would be really smart.
absolutely, and
God, that
cut
would be
down
smart.
on you just get on the speed rail here, and it'll cut down on driving and all of that stuff. So I hope to see that one day. But
That's crazy because when you mentioned that, that's like, when you're talking about, them bringing jobs and bringing more to Fayetteville, that definitely brings some jobs in now.
absolutely, absolutely, yeah, and that's what we need. We need the real stuff, not just the parties, not just the entertainment. Affordable health care,
Hmm.
which is on a bigger level than Fayetteville, but
Right.
daycare is always an issue, man. Daycare is like an arm and a leg these days. You gotta make
Oh,
some
trust me,
tough
I know.
decisions when it comes to daycare. But stuff like that, mental health, just stuff that
Huh.
can bring us together as a whole and as a unit, because people our age just don't come back home anymore. They stay away until they get a little older, and then you kind of miss the experience of being in Fayetteville.
You know what would be cool is if we could get together and do like an annual, kind of like a family day situation, but annually at the park
Absolutely.
and just bring everybody out. Like, we got to talk more about
Oh
this.
yeah, that'd be dope. Absolutely.
Think that would be so cool. And I got so many ideas.
Oh,
We'll talk
oh
about it.
yeah.
But yeah, it's been like it's been a long time since I've been in Fayetteville to actually really get to touch Fayetteville.
Hmm.
And honestly, every time I come, it's always different. That's another reason why I really don't stick around in Fayetteville because I'm like, look, they done built up all of this. I
Yeah,
don't know where I'm at.
it's nice. We doing some pretty good things. We trying down here, so I think you'll enjoy yourself this time.
I'm pretty sure I will. I'm telling you, look, this class reunion coming up. I'm definitely
Oh
going to
yeah,
enjoy myself.
we gonna have a good time. I promise you that.
You know what? We might have a special edition Porch Perspectives for the class reunion. I might
We
have to
need
get
to
in there
do
and get
some
everybody
small
involved.
clips and interview people all weekend. Let them know, hey, I'm on my yeah. I think you should do that and put it all
Oh
together.
yeah, we'll try to do something.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So look, what I'm going to do, what we'll do is we're going to definitely have the links on the videos and everything
Okay.
for everything that you've got going on, everything that you've mentioned. If anybody would like to take a part in this, or if anybody would just like to support
Hmm.
any of these programs, any of these ongoing situations, any thoughts, ideas, or anything, I think we would definitely want to hear those thoughts and opinions. So we're going to definitely make it to where we're trying to get some feedback on this. We're going to push this and make sure that, we're gonna make Fayetteville, Fayetteville.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to speak. And anytime you just let me know.
Absolutely. And we'll be in touch. We'll definitely be in touch. Next time you up this way, you give me a call. We'll go do lunch or
Okay,
something.
cool.
All right, sweetheart. So I know this has been one of the shortest episodes that I've had, but we are very busy people and we got things to do. But we always got a moment to come hang out on the porch, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you again for hanging out with me today, Ernest. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to more in the future, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, dear. You have a good one,
Yep.
okay? All righty.